All right, how's everyone doing? Almost there. I would like to just thank all the presenters today. I think they have taken their time. They're very busy people to come and help us. So as we close, I'm going to ask two people to come up and say a few words. One, my former boss, and now the head of the SFMTA, Director Reiskin, just to say a few words. And Mike, if you want to say a few words.
Thanks, Mohammed. Thanks, everyone, so much for coming out today. I want to just circle back to where we started with some of the mayor's remarks, not just because he's also a former public works director named Ed, but because I think the big picture of what we're talking about is important. And that is, it's a really exciting time, I think a very unique time for San Francisco. I think we're going to look back at this time from the future and see this really a special moment in time, a special opportunity for us to really do great things for the city. And that's in part, and it's maybe in part because we have a former public works director as our mayor, someone who gets the importance of the infrastructure of the city. And I think the public is starting through the success that we've had at the ballot box with the public's confidence in investing in the infrastructure of the city. There's an understanding of the importance of that infrastructure, the bones of what make the city in terms of its impact on our economy, on our environment, and on the quality of life for everybody who lives here, who visits here, who works here. In order to keep that infrastructure healthy, to get it healthy, and to keep it healthy, we need to be investing in that infrastructure. In order to be able to invest in it, we need the confidence of the private sector, of you all, of the contractors, of the engineers, the architects, of all the people who we need to work with in order to make that happen. And we need the confidence of the public to authorize the funds. In order to earn that confidence of the business, the private sector, and of the public, we need to demonstrate that we can deliver. We need to be a place that people want to work. We need to be a partner that people want to work with. We need to be able to deliver our projects on time and on budget, hopefully ahead of schedule and under budget, and with the level of quality that the people of San Francisco deserve. And in order to do that, we need to be working together as we're delivering these capital programs, as we're developing them, as we're designing them, as we're constructing them. And the way that we're going to do that in the most effective and constructive manner is through partnering. So I want to thank the mayor and Naomi and Mohammed in particular for their efforts to really standardize partnering, to bring it to all levels of the work we do through our pretty sizable capital program here in the city. It's only with that partnership that we're going to achieve those results, that are going to instill the confidence, that's going to create the investment that we're going to need to continue to improve the economy, the environment, and quality of life. This November, we're going to be asking the people of San Francisco to step up and put forth about $1.5 billion of investment in our streets and transportation system in the next 15 years. If we're going to be able to get to the ballot and get approval at the ballot, and continue to upgrade our parks and our water and sewer system and our hospitals and our public safety buildings and our libraries, we need to be doing this partnering so that we can earn the confidence and trust and do well by the people of San Francisco, steward their money well, and continue to make the city the best city in the world. So thank you all for coming. I can't stress from I think on behalf of all the department heads who are here, how important this is to the success of San Francisco and how much we appreciate you all taking a pretty good chunk of time to be here, but more importantly, to really do the hard work, to make partnering work, to make us all successful. So thanks all for coming out.
So Mindy looked over and said, you have a few words, and of course. What's the biggest takeaway from today? Number one thing. Mayor Lee saying there's $25 billion worth of work to do in the city of San Francisco. Right? I mean, $25 billion. So that is That's excellent news. And so how are you going to do that? You're going to do it through partnering. It's the way of doing business in the city now. Quick couple thoughts and comments. First of all, thank you to everybody that's been up here, everybody that's been a part of it. Thank you for coming. Most importantly, thank Mindy Leninsky and Nancy Chen for doing all the work to make this happen behind the scenes. Very good. So, listening to Mohammed earlier, he's recognizing all the people that were sponsored today, and I didn't hear our name. So, I called Guido and found out that the wire transfer from the East Coast didn't make it over. So I wrote a check today, and as part of that check, I am putting up a pledge for part of those proceeds for $500 for anybody that comes up with, one person, not anybody, can't afford that, for the one person that comes up with the best motto for partnering in the city of San Francisco. So in your programs, you'll see this form. Look at it, fill it out if you can, take it with you, send it back. That's our little challenge today. Be the one that comes up with a creative way of announcing the way of doing business in the city. If you do work with Caltrans, it says partnering, our way of doing business. So you can't use that one. But come up with something good. You know, you've heard the commitment from the top, and if you know partnering and you know the success of partnering, it has to have a commitment from the top. So we're blessed that Mayor Lee and Mohammed and all the 6 departments are fully committed to it. So what does that mean for us? That means that we have to go and spread the good word. Mike Kruko, World Series, who listened to that? It was, oh, come on, really? Giants fans? Okay, he's up there and he's saying, go spread the good word of what happened today. And that's what you guys need to do. You need to go spread the good word of what happened today, the commitment from the city about partnering, and really become, you know, a champion of partnering yourself. Look at it from the standpoint that, you know, there's 3 important aspects of why partnering is so fundamental to what we are trying to do. It's partnering at the highest level is the next way of doing business. It leads to the design build, the best value, CMGC, all that stuff. Partnering also is an you know, world-class company identification. You do it internally, you develop your company into a world-class company because you implement partnering principles internally. And then finally, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself because partnering leads to a personally rewarding experience, professionally and personally. I can tell you that, you know, we have a project in the Castro, and we've had our partnering session already. We were just informed that they've had 4 outreach sessions with the neighborhoods, of which 300 people have been showing up at each outreach session. Okay, so there's an example of, I don't know who did the job, I gotta go back and find that out. It sounds like it's a little more than we bargained for. No, but partnering is gonna get us through that. All those external stakeholders, what's their expectations, let's align them. So we're excited about that, we're excited about what we got going on today. Go out, share the good news, go forward, embrace partnering, be passionate about it, and make it your way of life. Thank you very much.
All right, so are we ready to start partnering? Yes. I can't hear that. Are we ready to start partnering? Yes. All right. So whatever your role is on any of these projects, whether you're a laborer or CEO and everything in between, partnering will help us better as a team. We hope to establish and maintain a relationship of shared trust and commitment. And we're all in this together. So we're all gonna have to work together and really change how we do business. And I hope today you have learned a lot about partnering. The city is very, very serious about partnering. San Francisco is the first city to adopt partnering with a citywide directive. We are at the forefront of new ways of doing business. We realize also that there may be bumps in the road as we get started, but we're looking forward to all your input, your expertise, and determination to making partnering a success. I'm really excited. I think you heard the mayor. The mayor is going to be appointing a steering committee, and it will be made up of both city, contracting community, and other friends of the contracting industry. And we will continue trying to change that culture. As part of today, if you have any questions and we didn't get to them, please be sure to write them down. We have in your booklet a partnering summit evaluation thing. Please fill them out. We will collect all those questions, we will answer them, and we will circulate them to everyone. On the way out, we also have a facilitator table. So if there's quite a bit of information there. And we also receive a mug, a partnering free mug on your way out. So it's pretty cool. Mug. And I just want to thank everyone for being here today, and especially the staff from Yoshi's. They've done, I think, a wonderful job, both with and come back here. I don't know if you know what happens here in the evenings and stuff. There is quite, activities. I think the owner of Yoshi's did tell me that the bar is open also. So good way to start partnering. Anyway, just on behalf of the city and all of you, thank you very much for coming today, and I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you.
I thought this was very useful. I thought getting more information regarding partnering was a good resource for us. It was a great event, a nice venue here. I thought all the slideshows and things like that were really effective for us. We have a couple of projects coming up with the SFDPW, and it's involving partnering. So we know that it's a new thing. So it's good for me to get out here as president of my company, Empire Engineering, to come out here and get some resources regarding our upcoming opportunity with the city and county of San Francisco. How you can alleviate going back and forth with the city and county. I'm having an issue right now on another project with Reiskin Park, and they hindered the project, and we're sitting in limbo, and then these threat letters came out and all this other stuff. And as a micro business, not a small business, a micro business, we didn't have the wherewithal to come up with the information we needed to alleviate the problem or rectify the situation. So with partnering, I think you have a mediator, per se, or someone you can go to and have a liaisons to help you get through the problem, as soon as it arises. Instead of waiting, now we're almost a year out this one particular project and getting down to the logistics or the nuts and bolts of it now.
My biggest takeaway was just the fact that through collaboration we'll be able to build successful projects very efficiently.
What's really inspiring about today's event is to see really the momentum that partnering has garnered over a relatively short period of time. Out of all the industries in California, I think construction is ripe for the process of partnering, where you take truly developed techniques, team forming and project delivery applied to what could be quite historically adversarial process. It's amazing. It's not only given a very warm welcome, but it's actually shown a proven highly valuable in reducing risk in terms of accidents, lost time, litigation, and to see people coming together and sharing the stories of success through partnering is just really inspiring.
Leonard Steinberg, Creative Alliance Group out of San Diego. Well, I'm a partnering facilitator, so this just kind of drives home, I think, the value of partnering, how it works, when you can get those stakeholders together. And really, it is about building that collaboration, that teamwork, that spirit, that the project is more so than individual stakeholders. I thought it was a great session. It's great that we see, people at the different levels of the government stepping up and saying, hey, we didn't do it this way in the past. This is what we're doing now. huge change. It's been very successful. Let's work through the process. That was excellent.
McCarthy Building Company.
Mike Lipton, McCarthy Building Companies.
And Sylvia Kwan with Kwan Architects. Especially working at SFO Airport, we love partnering. I think it's been a very successful part of our overall project with our project team. So McCarthy and Kwan we're very thumbs up on partnering. We're partners!
We got a great scorecard on SF West Cargo.
Yeah, absolutely.
My name is Ed Reiskin. I'm the Director of Transportation in San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency. I'm excited that we're bringing partnering in as a standard practice. I think we've had some hits and misses over the years, had some great successes in the city. I had them at DPW, airports really been the leader, PUC's done well, but to really bring it into the culture of project delivery, construction contracting in the city, to me that's a huge step forward. So I think it's really exciting. There was a lot of great energy here, a lot of excitement. You know, that the mayor is going to take that much time out of his day to come here shows that we have commitment from the very top. We want to make San Francisco a great place to come work.
Mike Ghilotti. I'm president of Ghilotti Brothers in San Francisco. You know, I thought today was a smashing success. I was really enthused at the energy. I thought that we really conveyed principles of partnering and the benefit that you get out of partnering. Not just, hey, do this because the city says you have to do it. It's, I want to do partnering. I've seen what it can do for projects and how it's personally and professionally rewarding and the outcomes and all that. So. Yeah, I can't imagine it not being a home run. And now our mission is to sustain it, you know, to make sure that everybody carries on, and you know, this isn't just a fad for the city, you know, and really everybody commits to it and makes it a long-term venture.
My name is Derry Moten. I work with SFO. I work as a training manager, but I'm also a partnering facilitator for SFO. I partner smaller level 1 and level 2 projects. Probably the biggest takeaway that I had today was just going over the specs and seeing exactly how we're currently doing programming there and how we can continue to improve the programming as we move forward.
I am the city engineer. I'm Fuad Swiss. I would say awareness. Awareness about what partnering can do, not only for projects but for the entire city. Ultimately, the people who will benefit from it are the people who live in the city. And if we can stretch the tax dollars to do more through a more efficient way to deliver more projects through partnering, I think we have done a great job this year. I'm really thinking about, what can we do next year to expand this more. So, San Francisco would remain at the forefront.
I'm Sula Jones, Contract Monitoring Division, City and County of San Francisco. It was so thorough, very simplistic. I'm not an engineer, I'm not an architect, I'm not a tech person. I do contract monitoring. And what I saw it was very informative. I learned so much about this thing called and it was amazing. And he was saying, well, the mayor was amazing. The mayor was on. This was his baby when he was CEO. We didn't know what he was talking about, but now we do. And it's come to be, and it's a good thing for the city because now we get projects moving on time, hopefully in budget. And I work with local business, these little small contractors on these big, gigantic, complex projects. And we're going to love it. So we'll have some partnering for them as well to work with the major subs and the prime, and the city will have the partnering with the prime and the city department. So we all should be happy in the end, ultimately. And as he says, it's a commitment, it's an investment into our future work here in the city, getting it done.
My name is Phil George, and I work with Global Leadership Alliance as a partnering facilitator. The commitment of the city to the partnering process, because it works so well when people are pulling on the same end of the rope. And when I was a contractor, we avoided city work, even going out to Hetch. We were a heavy engineering contractor. There were Hetch projects we wouldn't bid because we knew how difficult the city was to work with. But changing that around, I think the city's going to realize a real boom to its construction competitiveness and the prices it's going to get for its work. It's really a good thing to hear today.
My name is Mohammed, Nuru, and I'm with the Department of Public Works. Well, first of all, I'm just very thankful for the number of people that showed up. It obviously shows, when we can all come together, the things that we can do together. And I'm really excited because it's a new culture and it's a new way of doing things, and we have the responsibility of making sure that our staff, the community know of this new culture. And so we have a long ways to go. Today is a kickoff, like you saw in the pyramid. We're in step 2. We still have 3 other steps to get to. But in the long run, I think in a couple of years, we will definitely reap the benefits of what partnering does. It will save us money. We'll be able to deliver projects on time, and everyone should be happy.
Edgar Lopez. Takeaways, the city's very committed to partnering in successful projects. We demonstrated that today.
I'm Sue Dyer, and I am the president of Work Metrics and the founder of the International Partnering Institute. Well, the biggest takeaway, I think, is just the level of excitement and momentum we have now for people who are excited to implement, and if they are implementing it, take it to the next level. Because that's the fun thing about partnering, is you can always be doing better and enjoy it more. It makes it so fun. I remember listening to some project manager some years ago when he was standing up getting a partnering award, and he said, before I started this project, I had decided to quit my job. I was so tired of fighting every single project. I'm fighting. It's just not fun. I decided I was going to go do something else. He said, after this project, I am totally committed to building successful projects one after another, and that's what he's done. And I hear that all the time because a war zone is no fun, and it's expensive, and the industry needs productivity improvement. And I think this is a huge start and a huge kickoff, and the commitment from the very top is also what we've learned takes, because it's about creating a culture of partnership. It can't just be one project at a time, which you may very well have a highly successful project, but it's got to be part of a program of projects where you can create a culture so that you have predictably successful projects. And then they become more and more successful as we're seeing over time. So it's just great.